So we're on lesson 2-3, which is adding whole numbers. So we have an example up here that if you were stuck on, we can always refer back to. You have your videos, though, that you also watched at home, hopefully. So let's get started with our guided practice. So when adding 36,424 and 24,482, why is there no regrouping in the final step? So our final step would be adding the biggest place values, which is adding these two. So why is there no regrouping? Well, there's no regrouping because the sum of the 10,000s is less than 10. Remember, we only regroup if it's 10 or more, because that means that we have two digits. So now let's look at question number 2. Science volunteer teams catalog 7,836 species of insects and 4,922 species of spiders. How many species do the volunteers catalog? Well, we're going to add them together, so we want to stack them nice and neat on top of each other, making sure our place values are always in the same line, so ones are always on top of ones. 6 ones plus 2 ones is 8. 3 plus 2 is 5. 8 plus 9 is 17. So we write the 7 down, and we regroup that 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. So our answer is 12,758 species. Heading off to number 3, it wants us to estimate first and then find the sum. So we're estimating. So this is about 15,000. This is about 3,000. So our final answer should be about 18,000. Let's see if that's correct. So we have 6 plus 2 is 8. 2 plus 8 is 10. Regroup. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. Regroup that one. 1 plus 4 is 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. And then we carry that one down. So we have 18,300, which is close to 18. So now let's head to our next one. So remember, we want to do our estimates first. And then after we do our estimates, then we're going to see if our answer is close. So this one right here is close to 40,000. This one right here, we could say it's close to 500,000, but it's really closer to 600,000. Because we'd round up. So let's just say 600,000. And together we can see that's going to be 1 million. So let's see if our answer is close to that. 6 plus 7 is 13. Regroup. 1 plus 5 is 6. Plus 0 is 6. 1 plus 6 is 7. So that's my ones period. So now let's check our thousands. 3 plus 1 is 4. 2 plus 7 is 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. So our answer is 994,763, which is close to 1 million. Let's head to our next one now. Estimate first. This is close to 3,000. This is close to 2,000 by rounding. So my answer should be close to 5,000. If it's not, then I need to go back and check. 8 plus 1 is 8. 5 plus 6 is 11. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 7 is 10. Write the 0. Carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. So you'll notice these two answers are close to each other. Our next one, this number is close to 80,000. This number is close to 50,000. So our final answer together should be close to 130,000. Let's check it out. 5 plus 7 is 2. Carry. 1 plus 8 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. Carry. 1 plus 3 is 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. Carry it over. 1 plus 9, I'm going to do that one first because that's easier. 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Regroup and carry. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 4 is 13. And notice, those two answers are close to each other. Okay, our next one says estimate, then find each sum. So our estimation, this is close to 14,000. This is close to 10,000. So our final answer should be close to 24,000. Let's check it out. 2 plus 7 is 9. 1 plus 1 is 2. 3 plus 6 is 9. 4 plus 9 is 3. Carry the 1 for 13. 1 plus 1 is 2. So notice our answers are close to each other. Our next one, this one is close to 300,000. This one is close to 600,000. So our final answer should be close to 900,000. Let's check it out again. 8 plus 1 is 9. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 5 is 10. So write that 0. Carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 2 plus 6 is 8. So notice our answers are close to each other. Even though this is an 8 in the 100,000s, if we round it, that's going to be 900,000, which is what our estimate was. Heading off to our next one, this is close to 40,000. This one is close to 50,000, which tells us our answer should be close to 90,000. Again, let's check it out. 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 8 is 9, 9 plus 6 is 15. Carry that 1. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 5 is 14, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 8, plus 4 is, or 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 4 is 8. So this one, our answer is close. It's a little bit further away, because this one's actually closer to 80,000, but you see they're still close enough that our answer is correct. Heading off to number 10, this one is close to 6,000. This one is close to 4,000, which means our final answer should be near 10,000. All right, 1 plus 9 is 10. Regroup. 1 plus 8 is 9. 8 plus 1 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. Notice that's only 10 away. Heading off to number 11. So this is just a lot of practice repeating. So this is close to 9,000. This is close to 1,000, which again means our answer should be close to 10,000. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 8 is 10, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 1 is 10, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 1 is 10. And notice this time our estimate is the exact same as our answer. Most of the time that won't happen, but on rare occasions it will. Here's our next one now. This one is close to 6,000. This one is close to 7,000. So together, our answer should be close to 13,000. Let's check it out. 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 7 is 12. So our answer is 12,967, which is close to our estimate. This one is close to 21,000 for number 13. This one is close to 6,000. So together that should be 27,000. So that's our estimate. So let's see if our answer is close. 9 plus 9 is 18. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 5 is 6. 2 plus 0 is 6. Our answers are close together. 26,538 is close to 27,000. Here we go. 30,000. And this one is close to 20,000. So when we add them together, our estimate is 50,000. We should be able to do our estimates in our head. We're just writing them out to show what it would be. So here we have 7. 8 plus 8 is 16. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. There's our ones period, so we go to our thousands grouping. 9 plus 0 is 9. 3 plus 1 is 4. 49,267 is close to 50,000. Now, on very rare occasions, I don't know why people do it, but they will write it like this, left to right, instead of stacking them. So what we're going to do is we're going to stack them. So we have 12,000. So we're going to stack them up, and then we're going to do our estimation to see what our answer should be about. Again, I don't know why people write them this way instead of stacking them to begin with. So our first one is 30,000. The next one is about 13,000. And our last one is about 7,000. So our answer, when we add them all up, should be about 50,000. Let's find out if we're right. 4 plus 8 is 12, plus 5 is 7. Regroup that one from 17. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 5 is 9, plus 3 is 12. Regroup that 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 9 is 16. 16 plus 8 is 26. So this time we're actually regrouping a 2. Make sure you remember it's a 2 and not just a 1, since it was 26. Now, this one I'm going to do a little out of order, because with adding, we can add them out of order. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 6 is 10, plus 9 is 19. So it's easier to get to that 10 instead of adding 2 to 9 first. 1 plus 2 for our 10,000s place is 3, plus 1 is 4. So our final answer is 49,627. Is our answer close to it? Yes, it is. Now, there is one thing here. I was wondering if any of you noticed it. This actually was added incorrectly. So do you see our mistake? 1 plus 9 is what? 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. And 16 plus 8 is not 26. It is 24. So if you notice that mistake, excellent job. Now you'll notice our answer is still close, so it's still reasonable to think that our answer was correct, that there's no big mistakes in it. Okay, let's head to our last one. All right, same thing. I'm going to stack my numbers. 48,262, and this one is 298,918. So let's do our estimation. Our first one is about 60,000. Our next one is about 50,000. And our last one is really close to 300,000. So let's add them up. And our answer should be close to 410,000. Let's find out. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 8 is 15. Regroup that one. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 plus 1 is 15. Now, I've already made a mistake. It's to make sure you guys are paying attention. What's our mistake here? Well, our mistake here is this. This does not equal 15. So this is one of the reasons why people like to group them into nicer pairings. Instead of doing 3 plus 2, notice how 2 plus 8 is equal to 10, and 10 plus 3 is easy to do. If you can get two 10s by grouping numbers, it's going to make your math a lot easier. So let's do that instead. So 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 3 is 13. Regroup that one. 1 plus 7, because there's no way to make an easy group of 10, is 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 plus 1 is 15. Now, here I can make a group of 10. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. Plus 6 is 18. So I can write that 8 down, regroup the 1. In my thousands column, there's no easy way to make a group of 10, so I'm just going to add them. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 8 is 13. 13 plus 8 is 21, so I regroup them. Here, though, there is an easy way to make a group of 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 plus 9 is 21, and I regroup that too. So my answer is 411,853, and you'll notice these are close to each other. Let's head to our next page now. So here for number 17, it says, Beth ate 2/8 of a pie. So this is using fractions from last year. Jim ate 3/8 of a pie of the same size. Who ate more pie? Write a comparison. So which is bigger, 3/8 or 2/8? Well, we haven't really done much with fractions, but just by looking at it, your intuition should say 3 is bigger than 2. But I'm also going to draw a picture just to check it out. So here is 2/8 in blue, and red is 3/8. Notice how red takes up an extra piece. So who ate 3/8? Well, it was Jim. So Jim ate more. Okay, now write the number name for 21,604. So we write in our period. So here's our thousands period. So we write that first, 21, and then whatever period or grouping is, it's thousands. 21,000, comma, because there's that comma there, and then we write our next grouping, 604. Excellent job, guys. Number 19. Explain the mistake made when finding the sum at the right. So right here. What is the correct sum? So what mistake do we see? Well, looking at it, we're going to actually solve it ourselves and then see if we can find the mistake as we go along. See what's different with our answer compared to his. Plus 234,351. So let's add it. 8 plus 1 is 9. And notice how we both have 9. So that's not our mistake. 2 plus 5 is 7. Notice how we both have 7s in that 10 spot. So that's not the mistake. 5 plus 3 is 8. We both have 8 in the hundreds, so that's not our mistake. So let's go to our thousands period. 8 plus 2 is 12. Regroup that one. We both have a 2 here. Now we have 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 3 is 7. Ah, here's our mistake. Notice he has a 6 instead of a 7. So let's finish our problem, then we'll see what his mistake was. So what was his mistake? Well, his mistake was he did not regroup when he added this. 8 plus 4 is 12, and he did not regroup or bring that 1 back up to the top. So how are we going to put that in a sentence? We're going to put the student forgot to regroup. But not just regroup, because we want to be even more specific. We want to say which portion he forgot to regroup. Regroup from the thousands. All right, guys, excellent job. Now, number 20. Maria added 45,273 and 35,687 and got a sum of 70,960. Is Maria's answer reasonable? Explain. So it's actually not asking us to solve it. It's asking us to see if it's reasonable. So that means we're using our estimation. So let's write our numbers out. And this number is close to 45,000. This number is close to 35,000. And if we're talented, we know our math facts well, we can add this in our head. And we know this together would be 80,000. So now look, is 80,000 close to her actual sum? No, it's not. So Maria's answer is not reasonable. And we want to explain how we arrived at it since it says that. So we're going to put 45,273 is about 45,000, and 35,687 is about 35,000. The sum should be about, and then our 80,000. But her answer is not. Okay, now for 21. I'm going to change color. There were 130,453 pairs of skates rented at an ice rink in 1 year. The next year, 108,626 pairs were rented. The following year, 178,119 pairs rented. How many pairs were rented during the busiest 2 years? How many were rented during all 3 years? So, the busiest 2 years, let's look. We have this right here and this. Those are my two busiest, the biggest numbers. So let's add those together. So we have 130,453 plus 178,119. Let's add them together. Doesn't say to estimate, so we can just add. We get 12, regroup. 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 4 plus 1 is 5. And our next part, 0 plus 8 is 8. 3 plus 7 is 10. Regroup that one. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So this is our answer, but we want to label it. So we want to put pairs of skates. And we want to label it that it's the busiest. So we're going to put busiest. And now we're just going to draw a line to separate. They want to know the total for 3 years. So we're going to put this number right here, because that's 2 of our years already. We're just going to add our missing year, the one that was the least. So we have 308,572, and we're adding 108,626. So let's add those together. 8, 9, 11. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 8 is 17. Regroup that one. And so what is this? Well, this is pairs of skates for our label. And this is for all 3 years. Hopefully you can make yours look a little bit nicer. Okay, our next one. This is going to be a lot of writing, so we might not be able to fit it all in. Aubrey writes a blog, so that's something on the web where people just read. 29,604 people read her first blog. The next week, 47,684 people read a second blog. Audrey's third post had 41,582. Write to explain how you can round to estimate the number of readers for Audrey's first 3 blogs. So we're figuring out an estimate. We're rounding to figure out a good, appropriate answer, what it's close to. So I can round to the nearest 1,000. We're going to start with that. And I'm going to zoom in so I have more space. I can round to the nearest 1,000. But it's not just 1,000, because remember our biggest place value is going to be 10,000. So which one do you think is more appropriate? We can use either, but I'm going to use our thousands. So now I'm going to say what each of them is going to equal. 29,604 rounds to 30,000. 47,684 rounds to 48,000. If you want to use 10,000, you could, and your numbers would be even easier to work with. 41,582 rounds to 42,000. So when we add them all up, what do we get? Well, we have 30,000 plus 48,000 and plus 42,000 equals, remember how I told you most people stack them because this isn't a very good way? I should have done that too. But I want you to notice something. I can do this part in my head because of this. 42 plus 48. I know 2 plus 8 is 10. And then I have a 4, 4, and that one for my regrouping of 10 is 9. So 4 plus 4 plus 1 is 9. So those two together is 90,000. And I know 9 plus 3 is 12. So since I could do this one in my head, that's why I wrote it out like that. So what do we know about this number? The number of readers is about 120,000. Excellent. So now we have just one more problem, guys. What is the actual number of readers? How can you use the estimate to check if your answer is reasonable? So here, this means I actually have to stack them, because I can't do this one in my head like I could the last one. So 29,604 plus 41,582 plus our last one is 47,684. Now let's add them up. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 4 is 10, regroup. 1 plus 8 is 9, 9 plus 8 is 7, regroup. There's no easy way to get to 10, so we just add them straight down. 1 plus 6 is 7, 7 plus 5 is 12, 12 plus 6 is 8 for 18, and regroup. 1 plus 9 is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11, plus 7 is 18. Write the 8 and regroup. 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 plus 4 is 11. So our answer is 118,870 readers. So I want to put that label on. And now what do we know? We're comparing our estimate and seeing if it's reasonable. And it wants us to use that complete sentence since it's in the form of a question. So I can compare the estimate to the actual answer. Oops, and let me pull it back. To see if my answer is reasonable. So remember, we're always checking. If it's not reasonable, that means I either made a mistake in my estimate or my actual addition. So now we just need to say if it's correct or not. So because 118,870 is close to, And if you remember what our estimate was, it was 120,000. What do we know? My answer is reasonable, which means my answer is probably correct. Whew, it was a long one, but good job persevering, guys.